The King is back, y'all. What did we see last night from the King and from the Lakers?
I saw somebody that just wants to just fit in, somebody that's not trying to get in the way. He sees something good going on and he wants that to continue and do whatever he can do to enhance that. I think DeAndre Ayton was a recipient of of running the floor more. James made him a recipient of running the floor more. I think with James on the floor and him knocking down open shots, I think that opened up their offense even more, and I think that really helped guys like Austin Reeves. I think Luka does what Luka does anyway, but I think the recipients, Jackson Hayes, DeAndre Ayton, guys like that. Marcus Smart is a lot smarter than I gave him credit for as a basketball player. I think he sees the game a little bit further along than I gave him credit for. But
it's right there. It's right there in the name, Chill.
it is. I really should have just saw it right there. I was bugging out when I just didn't see it. But Jake LaRavia had a drive with his weak hand, and Jake LaRavia is going to the rim. With Jake LaRavia going to the rim, Marcus Smart ends up relocating at the break. Well, Luka had hit a shot, I think, like 2 trips before that. And I think Marcus Smart sees Luka in the corner. He's not even thinking about shooting it. He just drops it right on the floor to Luka, and Luka cracks the 3 in the corner. I mean, that's just smart basketball. That's keeping the guy in rhythm, keeping the guy, engaged in the game. I thought that Luka could have done a little bit better job taking care of the ball, but I think that comes with the territory when you got a point guard that's handling the basketball as much as Luka does. But more than anything, real talk, what it looked like to me was it looked like, class was in session and dude walked in and everybody turned around. He was like, "Don't worry about me. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll catch up to you. Don't worry about me." So, and they looked good yesterday. They did. And I'm looking at their schedule, and Mars, the talk is about to get it's going to get nasty. And the reason why it's going to get nasty because the Lakers could run off like 5 or 6 more straight, and then we're going to start to hear the Oklahoma City logic and the championship logic. So it's about to get nasty around here.
The Lakers looked phenomenal last night. Luka did have some turnover problems in that first half. He was very much so trolling in that first quarter. But he got his act together. Every time Luka Doncic breaks the 3-point line with the basketball, good things happen. Every time he decides to get 2 feet around the free throw line area or in the paint, great things happen. Whenever Luka leans into his 2-point scoring, which he's one of the best in the world at, good things happen. He's going to take volume threes. We do get that. But when he's leaning into that scoring, he's unstoppable. And then we have LeBron James coming back and, just regressing to 1991 Magic. Right, Chill? Right, Mars? That was a tweet. LeBron looked phenomenal. His first game back, and Austin Reeves, even still with LeBron James coming back on the court, Luka's still getting his damn near 40. Austin puts in a quiet 26 and 8 or 7 or something like that on 7 of 11 shooting.
That shit look like a punch card. Like, all right, I'm good for the day. He just punched in and punched out.
Punched in and punched out. Yep, exactly. Also, Reeves is amazing.
Don't forget Jake LaRavia. Don't forget Jake LaRavia, y'all.
LaRavia played good.
You know what? Jake LaRavia is good. You're right. He played well. We are a 2-way wing away from being where we need to be at. That's all I'm saying right now.
And I think it was. I always thought it was funny when people said that LeBron wouldn't fit in when this is, arguably the smartest, most versatile player we've ever seen. So I just thought that was funny. But I made this point before. All he needs to be is a quarterback on defense. Pick his spots, get his in transition, be a high-level catch-and-shoot guy, which he was last night, be a matchup for the opposition, and just lead, really. And we saw that last night. And what was really interesting was he basically exclusively deferred to Luka. Like every time up the court, it was Luka's ball. Even in the half court when they wanted to run stuff, the ball was in Luka's hands. And he only shot the ball 7 times in 30 minutes. Which is obviously going to increase as he gets more comfortable. But the second half, he just dominated the game with his passing. And Chill, to your point, DeAndre Ayton didn't even know he was open on some of those ones where James was finding him. And it was crazy. So I expect it to continue. I wasn't shocked whatsoever. But to see, the big 3 get off like that, and then the ancillary pieces continue to contribute. They got a soft schedule coming up, and this thing, they could solidify themselves even so early in the season at the top of the West or around the top of the West.
He just looked like somebody that wasn't trying to get in the way. He just looked like somebody that was something. This stuff is working. Let me find my way into what's going on here.
I saw it was a great time watching LeBron James come back for the Lakers. I was definitely skeptical him coming back in, especially with how late of an addition he was to the lineup. I thought the minutes restriction would definitely play a factor. But his playmaking, like you guys were saying, his playmaking was very much on display. And I think that's the role that like a complementary role, take over when I need to, that I would want from LeBron rather than him taking over the offense. And that's definitely something that he showed is possible. I don't think it really changes too much about how far I think the Lakers can go into the playoffs, because like their issues are still very much their issues. But I do believe that the addition of LeBron James is just going to be a positive. I think the issues that come with LeBron James are more so down the line when you think about the future of the team. But for how this season looks, I think what he showed yesterday was really good.
Was anybody up here? Did any of you guys think that James, was there a question about James getting back in the lineup and being a negative possibly? Was anybody up here thinking that?
No.
Hell no.
Nope.
That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't compute in my brain how LeBron James could ever be a negative on a basketball team.
I think a negative. Oh, go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
I mean, because we talk about him like, yo, when he get back, he's gonna need the ball in his hands. He's gonna want to score, and James has always been that kind of player who he wants to get everybody else involved, and then he'll get himself involved too. But he'll get himself involved if he has to do that. Like, now I gotta resort to taking over, but I do want to get everybody else involved.
I do think there's definitely times where LeBron James definitely required a certain play style around him and demanded the ball. Like, I'm not going to go to the extent that he's as willing earlier in his career as he is now, but LeBron's been wanting to play a little bit more off ball as he's gotten older. We saw that last year. He let Austin Reeves handle the ball a lot. When Luka got over, it wasn't a problem last year. And he's turned himself into a really good off-ball player by becoming one of the best catch-and-shoot three-point shooters in the league. And then he's a screener that can operate in the short roll. He can still post up. Like, LeBron James is LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Like, him on the basketball court, especially offensively, it's going to work. It really doesn't matter where he's at. Your offense is going to improve when LeBron James gets on the court.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I wish Damo was here because Mike says, does Damo still think Lakers are better without LeBron? I think Luka appreciated getting the fourth quarter rest when the GOAT came in. So about that second part of the super chat, because clearly we can't speak for Damo. Does this look like Luka is getting some relief? Like Luka can, because Bron had 12 assists and Luka had 10, or am I getting that backwards?
No, that's correct.
Yeah,
correct.
Okay, so I mean that has to be a weight off of Luka's shoulders, right? To know that I have one of the best facilitators to ever play basketball right here with me, especially when Luka himself is talked about already as one of the best facilitators to ever play the game. So I mean, Luka, in your guys' mind, just watching last night, I know we don't know what's going on in Luka's head, but does it seem like Luka could possibly, have some weight lifted off his shoulder? Is this, or can these two coexist in late games, fourth quarters in particular?
I think someone having the ability to take over those ball handling responsibilities, those playmaking responsibilities, and even sometimes even provide better defense than Luka can, that is nothing but positive to this Lakers team. That's why when I spoke earlier saying that it was good seeing LeBron being a positive, it was more so in the sense of seeing how much he can bring to that team in regards to being kind of symbiotic with what they had going on and being like a seamless fit, not like a different team playing. So with LeBron being in and having to take that load off for Luka, it's just it shows how much he contributes to that team, and also how much he adds to his ability by doing that. He can pretty much take where Luka is. He's not the same scorer as Luka, but we still have that playmaking, and then also you get a little bit back on defense when you have LeBron in there.
What I don't want to do is jump the gun. I mean, What I mean when I say jump the gun is, James is going to have some nights where, you get 26 or 27, but you're also going to get some nights when you get 19 and 11, and he's just more woven into what they're trying to do. But I mean, as far as Luka taking a break, I mean, Ox, he does not complain when he was in Dallas doing the exact same thing. That's number one. Number two,
Right.
he's 26 years old. It's not like Luka is long in the tooth. He's 26, and he does not want to come off the floor. So let's not act like, Luka's like, damn, can y'all dudes get me some help out here? This is killing me. No, Luka definitely wants to be on the floor.
But chill, I want to go back to how you started that. You said let's not jump the gun. He can sometimes we'll have games where it's 26, and some games we'll have games where it's 19 and 11.
Well,
why would we not jump the gun? That's great. That's great to add to this team, especially with the guy with LeBron James IQ, which I think is the most important thing that he brings to this team right now. Is just his ability to orchestrate, play off and on the ball, and use his basketball IQ to be in the right spots and get his teammates in the right spot to help DeAndre Ayton continue to go on this run. Because real talk, DeAndre Ayton looks like he's going to be in Inglewood in February. But anyways, I mean,
he's been great.
Chill. Why not jump the gun? Why not get excited? I think this is a great reason to jump the said gun.
The reason why is, first of all, Ox, this is the first time I played since the playoffs last year. It's not like, I've been playing and I've been in and out the lineup. I haven't played with the Lakers since the playoffs last year, which was in April. So we're looking at like 6 months since I played basketball. And for him to get back in the lineup and do what he's doing, him getting busy, not last night, but I'm thinking when he gets busy in that one game where I get 28, 9 and 7 on good efficiency, and okay, we're back, but then we go back to 19 or we go back to 18 and James sucks again. Well, no, he doesn't. He's still getting acclimated to the pro game because I haven't played in such a long time. That's why I don't want to jump the gun. I want to get him back acclimated to what we're doing. I want to get him back in the offense. I want to get him back with the guys and get back to playing basketball at a high level because, again, when he hasn't played in such a long time, which is the first time in his career that he's been out this long, as far as I remember, not starting the season, especially since last season, not starting the season, now getting back with these guys and people expecting him to do what he used to be able to do, and then you get a glimpse of that, and then you think, okay, we're back to that, and then we go back to 18 or 19 a game. I just don't want to jump the gun on him yet. I still want to get him woven back into what we're doing. And then as the season goes on, I think we can get better. I don't want to get overly excited about this, but I do think that they're going in a good direction.
Right. Mars, I haven't gotten much from you this morning so far, brother. What did you see last night? In particular, do you have anything DeAndre Ayton related, maybe bench related for the Lakers? Is this just going to have to be the Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Luka Doncic show? Are they going to get more from their bench and for their the other guys?
I don't know. I think that bench is cool. I think Rui should be on it, but other than that, I don't know. Yeah, I think that bench is cool.
You've been saying that, Mars. You don't like Rui in that starting lineup. I don't know what it is about Rui that you just don't like. What's going on,
basketball ability, but yeah, I mean, I think the Lakers are cool. I think they played the Jazz, but
Right.
One of the worst defenses I've ever seen.
Am I mistaken, Mars? Did I see you say that the Lakers are your championship favorites?
You did see that, yeah.
I did. Okay, I did see that.
Yeah, I said that. They're officially my
So I will
championship
confirm right now that was an absolute troll of a tweet.
I was about to say, we winning it now? That's where we at?
No way.
How the hell we get here? What the hell is going on?
Mars, were you trolling, Mars? Or are you serious?
How the hell
about
did
that?
we get
I got the people want to know. I got to get to the bottom of this.
I don't get why they can't be my championship favorites. I don't see the problem. They have
Because OKC exists.
in any so Luka's better than Shea, right? Bron's better than J-Dub, right?
True.
Austin Reeves better than Chet, right?
Facts.
So I'm looking at my top three versus your top three. I have the better player in all three positions. My offense is better than your offense, right? So I'm looking at, I don't see the problem. Then I have a Marcus Smart POA for the Shea matchup. I have DeAndre Ayton, his touch around the rim. So you have to play double big to do it.
DeAndre Ayton is better than Isaiah Hartenstein.
He is better than Isaiah Hartenstein.
I'm not mad.
So I don't see the problem. You gonna tell me that the difference is Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe? I mean, I guess.
Jake
Cool.
LaRavia is
Aaron
better
Wiggins
than
and
him.
yeah, if Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe
How
is the
about
reason
Alex
why,
Caruso and Lou Dort? I mean,
is Alex Caruso better than Marcus Smart?
I'm not even finna have this discussion with you, bro. Go
Side
ahead and
step,
finish
side
whatever you
step.
doing, my bro.
Keep going, Mark.
Go
Just keep
ahead.
going.
Go ahead and do what you was doing, man.
So why is Alex Caruso better than Marcus Smart? Because Marcus Smart.
Stop.
He ain't letting it go.
No, so if we're in 2022, Marcus Smart's DPOY year, and someone says Marcus Smart's better than Alex Caruso,
It's
they
not
getting
2022.
yeah,
Mark, stop being
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it.
Hang on.
Is it crazy back then to say Marcus Smart is better than Alex
No,
Caruso?
in 22, he was definitely better
So
than Alex
how
Caruso,
much
yeah.
do you guys think Marcus Smart has declined? And then I would
A
need an
little bit.
explanation on how much of this decline, and I need you to explain how he's declined in your opinion.
This is what you've decided to do with your morning.
Well, I was
This
sitting
is
quietly.
what
and-
you decided to do.
wanna
No,
hear this
first
too,
of all,
Mars.
I was sitting quietly and Ox asked me a question. I had no plans to say anything.
I
But
wanna
now
hear
You
we're
was
here.
Mars.
just coming up here to be a face, Mars. You didn't want to talk.
Well, I
about
was
the
coming
Lakers
up here
game?
to get past the Lakers topic. But
Oh,
we're
okay,
here.
got you.
asked me about it.
We'll be out of here in about 10 minutes.
And now I'm
Mars.
curious. So what has Marcus Smart declined at in
Mars is-
you guys' estimation?
Mars is
I
definitely
think
he's definitely the running back from Seattle. I just don't want to get fined. That's the only reason why I'm here right now. He's
So what
definitely
has
that.
He's
Marcus
small.
Smart
Well,
declined at?
Well, let's get back to that because I want to hear this too from Mars. Yes.
So
like,
Marcus Smart has declined at what?
like all of a sudden
Offensively?
Marcus Smart sucked or something like that.
Defensively?
Like what's going on with Marcus Smart?
How was Marcus Smart
Everything.
declined defensively?
I don't think he moves laterally as quickly as he used to. He still has active
The
hands.
good old cop out of he's got older, his athleticism has declined.
Even though he's
But
only
it has.
31 years
He's
old.
only 30 years old.
He's
He's
31
not
years old.
Interesting.
I
still
mean, it's
got
not.
the
No,
girth.
it's not.
We
to me,
are
it's
not
to do with-
about to sit here and act like Marcus Smart isn't worse of a basketball player than he was in 2000.
I'm not acting like anything.
Once
I'm
again,
asking
real
for an
talk, if he's
explanation as to
worse,
how.
What has he declined in your estimation?
He is a worse
Everything.
defender now than he was in 22. What are
What's
we
he
talking
worse
about?
at? What is he worse at?
Defense. What are you talking about?
Parts? What parts?
He's worse
What
at
parts?
defense. He
What
just-
parts of
here's what I'm-
defense?
okay, here's what I'm
He's
asking.
not as good on the ball.
Wait a minute, real talk.
How
Wait
is
a
he
minute.
not as good on the ball? What has he got worse at on the ball?
Wait a minute, Mars. Hold on, because
It's a simple question.
I want to stay with real talk on this.
Everyone ready to
Okay,
be an analyst until it's time to analyze. Like,
We're saying if real talk. If we're saying
Defense.
if,
Now
real
we're-
talk, if
now
we're
we're
saying
doing
Hey,
this. Now
Even,
we're doing
this is the thing. Even if you
Now that
real
answers the
quick, 'cause
question.
even if you think for a second that you don't want to indulge, if you think Mars might be trolling, whatever, I think he's asking legit
this is
questions
legit.
that can have that should be answered. Like I'm at this point in their careers, I got Alex Caruso over Marcus Smart, but that's not saying that I think Marcus Smart is still a really good basketball player. I think he's still good on defense. So if y'all think he has gotten worse since 2022, I'm with Mars on this, and I want to know how.
and
But
real
wait,
talk.
wait, wait. Nobody does. Hold on, Jill.
Yes, sir.
Nobody didn't say though that Marcus Smart isn't good anymore. We
Yeah.
said that he's not
He's
as
not
good
Alex
as he was in
Caruso.
2022.
And
He's not
Alex
as
Caruso.
good of a
And is
point
he
of
not-
attack
And
defender.
I'm glad you brought
He's
that
not
up.
as good. He's still a brick, right? He still can pass a little. That's his one thing on offense.
Let's
I
just
will
stay on the
give
defensive
credit
side
to
of the
him.
ball. Real talk. Let's stay on the defensive side of the ball.
is
stay
Marcus
there.
Smart not a better offensive player than Alex Caruso?
I don't even want to go with the offense. I just want to stay on.
No.
Yes, he's
Sure.
100.
Well, we're
But
talking about
in their
basketball
limited-
players, so
Yes,
is he
No,
not?
yeah, as a basketball player, sure, he can probably do some more things on the ball, but I will say Alex is better in transition. Alex at this point is for sure the better shooter, and cutter. So maybe as far as there, when you don't have to have the basketball, what offensive value do you bring to the team? Alex is right there with him, if not better than Marcus Smart.
Question, real
But the
talk.
fact that Marcus Smart can run a second side pick and roll from time to time, sure, I guess that's value.
Connected passing, all that good stuff. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, he's
Would
fair. at that.
real talk would not the disappearance, that's not the word I want to use, the absence of Marcus Smart, would that sway you toward Alex Caruso's? Like, so if we would have seen Marcus Smart more over these last 2 years as opposed to not seeing him and seeing Alex Caruso more, would that
Yes.
sway you?
Yes.
Because
Well,
the reason why I'm saying this, Damien, is because I'm thinking the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm thinking about what Marcus Smart was as a defender, and we saw him sparingly from time to time. I don't think that he's lost that much athletically, and it's not like Marcus Smart has gotten dumber as a defender. Like, he's still super smart and he's super sharp in terms of mentally as a defender. So Could it possibly be because we just haven't seen him, and now you've seen Alex Caruso more, which that may have swayed your idea?
Well, I think that Alex Caruso right now as a defender is an All NBA type defender, but I think that the physical toll that Marcus Smart's body's gone through since 22 has just made him sort of less explosive. I think he's regressed a little as a point of attack defender. I think he used to be a little bit more versatile when he used to guard and basically switch on to anyone from bigs to smalls. I think the motor's regressed a little bit as well. I think he needs more breaks throughout the game. I think he's a little worse as a rebounder, and I think he just doesn't get in the lane to take charges as much either because he can't get to spots necessarily as much as he used to. So I think he's still elite. I think he's still going to compete. I think he's still gritty. I think he has all those intangibles still. I just think that all the things that made him a defensive player of the year, because that's a different level. We have to remember that. Being the defensive player of the year and then being a very good on-ball defender are two completely different things. And I think he's regressed in those areas, but I still think he is elite. He's given the Lakers a lot of value this year. To Mars's point, that I don't know if he's trolling, but I mean, the Lakers could probably shake it up. Like, it's not a team you want to see in the playoff series. If you go down the roster, yesterday there's guys like Vando that don't play. There's guys like Maxi Kleber that aren't going to play. Rui Hachimura now, his role is going to be reduced, but it's another depth piece. So I think to the LeBron point, I think he helps everyone. I think Luka gets some rest in the fourth quarter. Having Luka and Reeves helps LeBron preserve his body. I think it works hand in hand. And then DeAndre Ayton, like you said, Ox, putting up sort of all-star numbers at the moment. I think the Lakers got a good thing going here. And I think Marcus Smart has added to that. He's been excellent. But I won't necessarily go as far to say they can be in a championship mix yet. I have to see a larger sample size. But I think in any given playoff series, I think they're going to be really, really difficult to beat.
I want to stay with this. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Chill and this is what I wanted. Last thing I want to say about the Alex Caruso, Marcus Smart situation.
I try to get you off it, real talk.
No, I'm sorry. If Alex Caruso was on this team and not Marcus Smart, people wouldn't be saying the Lakers need a 3-and-D wing. The Lakers need a 2-way wing. That wouldn't be being said right now if Alex Caruso was on the team. But go ahead.
I think that's because
maybe Marcus Smart should be playing more minutes.
Thinking that's exactly Mars. You literally just took the words right out of my mouth. We haven't seen Marcus, like, in terms of Marcus Smart losing athleticism, in terms of Marcus Smart losing a step. It's not because he had a major injury, like tore his knee up or something like that, or popped an Achilles. He just hasn't played. He's had nagging injuries that have kept him out of the lineup. So with that being said, I think when the reps increase, I think that you're going to see, I think we can get back to that level of defender, that all league level of defender. If you see the level, if you can see the minutes increase, if you can see him getting on the floor, to Damian's point, where him not being able to take one of his major things was being able to take charges. So him not being able to get to those spots, I don't think that that's an athleticism thing. I just think that Marcus Smart hasn't been on the floor as much as he used to be. And I think that once we get him back out there and get him back acclimated to the crew, I think that we're going to see more of that. I think we're going to see more charges. I think we're going to see Marcus Smart rebounding more. I think we're going to see Marcus Smart beating guys to spots, because when I get those reps up and I'm getting more comfortable with, one, with my body, and two, with the defense that we're playing, I think that I think you'll see a better defender in Marcus Smart. Now, am I going to get Case and Wallace? Am I going to get, the better perimeter defenders in the league? I don't know if I'm going to get that, but I definitely think I'm going to get a better version of Marcus Smart.
I think
we're gonna
Marcus Smart still does all of these things at an elite level, but it's easy to say it and it sounds good. He's still near the top of the league in charges. He's still near the top of the league in deflections. The Lakers have a 108 defense when he's on the court versus a 120 when he's off the court. They have a negative net rating when he's on the court versus a +11 when he's on the court. All of the numbers will point to Marcus Smart being an elite defender. But when it's time to analyze defense, we can say stuff and there's no consequence, because no one pays attention to defense like they do offense. They can pretend they do, but they don't. So yeah, we could just say the guy who's been dealing with finger
Okay,
injury,
so Mars, now you tell me how Marcus Smart is a better defender than Alex Caruso. Go ahead.
I don't think he is. I just think it's worth a conversation.
But that was the whole
No. Explain why Marcus Smart is a better defender than Alex Caruso.
He already said he doesn't.
But I can explain. I think he's been way more active in passing lanes this season than Alex Caruso, as shown by the amount of deflections he gets near the top of the league compared to Alex Caruso. He's also been an extremely versatile defender while being one of the best screen navigators in the NBA this season, allowing the Lakers to get away from some of the switch and stuff that kills them when Marcus Smart is in the game, because he can take primary assignments. I also think that his versatility is definitely not in question. His ability to draw offensive fouls when switched onto bigs and wings has been vital for the Lakers' success. So when I factor all of those things in conjunction, alongside, to Real Talk's greatest ever point, he doesn't have OKC's defense behind him. So when he's having to do this, and his back line is Jake LaRavia or Luka Doncic or Austin Reeves, he has such a small margin for error to still make this big of an imprint on defense without having the elite wings behind him, without having the elite shot blocking behind him, and he's still able to make this much of an impact with his ability to cause havoc away from the ball, with his ability to draw offensive fouls, with his ability to just be a pest, pick up full court in a way that Caruso doesn't really do at this point. Yes, I think that would be the argument for him being a better defender. But once again, I asked why he can't be a better defender, why he isn't. I never said he is a better defender. I think Caruso is the best guard defender in the NBA. But I just don't like how it was just scoffed at that Marcus Smart could be. And the only reason I seem to hear is because of injuries, when what Marcus Smart has been dealing with for the most part is finger injuries. I don't understand how that's managing to sap his
So
athleticism.
again, when I said
He's had
no
lower extremity.
I said
injury.
mainly finger injuries.
What was his-
He dealt
what
with
is
an
his-
ankle. He
what
dealt
is-
with an ankle injury.
He had a
Right,
bad
correct.
fucking
What was
in
it?
concussion as
Memphis.
well.
In Memphis, he dealt with an ankle injury.
Mhm.
He also
Hold
wasn't
on,
that
Chip.
good in Memphis, but in Washington he was really good. Last
Chip, what
season.
were you saying, Chip?
Defenders,
I
but,
was
you know.
about to, that's what I was talking about with that, but in terms of him not having any lower body injuries. But to Mars's point, real talk, how are we talking about Marcus Smart if he's on that Houston team with Amin Thompson and Tari, and he's got that back line of Steven Adams rebounding for him? How much better does he look?
So
with that crew
one
with
thing,
Jabari?
okay. Nobody has said that Marcus Smart is not a good defender. The first framing of this conversation, or the first, okay, whatever. The first framing of this conversation is, why isn't Marcus Smart as good as he was in 2022? Not that Marcus Smart isn't a good defender, period.
Yep.
So
yeah, I asked how he's declined.
So when you come and you combat that with defensive rating on a bad defensive team, and he improves it because he is still a defender that nobody has ever contested that. We're saying he is obviously a worse player than when he won Defensive Player of the Year.
Is he though? Because he was on a really good defensive team.
Why is it obvious? Why is it obvious?
Because he was on a really good defensive team
so?
in Boston, like with Robert Williams and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I mean, this was 3-4 years ago. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I don't think that there's a huge gap in terms of your athleticism. But, I mean, there might be some decline, but Marcus Smart didn't fall off a cliff athletically. He's still a damn good athlete. And I think that
he's still a good defender. Yes,
but I think that
why is he obviously worse?
I think
we already named the points, and then you said that's not how you want to actually talk about defense.
Well, you said
so
defense. You said defense. That's what you said.
No. I also brought up other things when I brought up the Alex Caruso situation. I said
when I asked you what Marcus Smart is declined, that you said defense.
I said I don't think he's as good at the point of attack. I do not think that.
How has he got worse at that? What's he worse at the point of attack?
Well, he's not as good on his feet. He's not as good laterally.
It's the player choice break.